Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Inspired Living with me, your host, Liz. And I want to talk to you today about self-healing and my 3 secrets to health and weight loss that I just think are so important and simple-minded things to think about. So I am in one of my favorite parts of the world. I'm at my favorite modern day medical clinic. Hotel really is what it is, on a beautiful lake in Europe, and I am so lucky to be here and feel blessed to be able to have this as one of my places I come to heal myself, but also to get filled up on good tips and tricks to be able to give back to you. I will plan on bringing groups here. I've done that in the past, and I will be doing that, so look for upcoming retreats to Europe. Probably this fall, I would think. But today what I really want to hone in on is when we give our body the right circumstances, it really can heal itself. And today the focus is on the 3 secrets to really getting good health and weight loss, and then subsequently energy. And so the 3 steps to this is really, it's very simple. The first step is what you eat. So obviously we know a lot about this in our culture. We talk a lot about what we should be eating, what we shouldn't be eating. Are we eating, the right types of things, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, no sugar or no fat, or, all of these different fads that have come through our lives. And so really paying attention to what we eat is step number 1 and secret number 1 to good health. You know this by now. I always talk about inflammatory foods and how they respond in the body in a not so loving way, and also how alkalizing your diet is such a beautiful gift to really sorting out your overall health. So that's really component number 1, what we eat. The second component to that, or the second secret I like to call it, to live lifelong health is how we eat. And this is where it gets a little more complicated, where I feel like the focus and emphasis is so much on that first secret, or step 1, that step 2 gets lost in translation. And what I mean by how we eat is how we're being when we eat. Are we emotional? Are we having an intense conversation when we're sitting down to eat? Are we really sad or stressed or lonely or thinking about a gazillion things? Are we rushed? Are we just throwing down our food and not really cherishing the nourishment that's going in? Or on the flip side of the coin, are we calm? Are we mindful? Are we full of gratitude for the food in front of us? And are we nurturing that relationship by chewing our food and by taking the time to really assimilate the nutrients into our bodies? So that's part 2, a little bit trickier, especially as emotional human beings. We get a little tripped up on that step. So may need to dive into that a little deeper. The final step, and this is where we lose control basically, is how we digest what we eat, right? So how our body naturally processes that through the digestive process. And so in steps 1 and 2, secrets 1 and 2, we have control over those 2 processes. But when it gets to step 3, or secret number 3, we lose control. It's then up to the biomechanics of the body to figure out what to do from that place forward. And so what I wanted to just recognize with this lesson is that you really do have control over steps 1 and 2, those 2 secrets. That's where you are benefiting your body or you're compromising your system. And so really be mindful of those 2 things. And then if we set up conditions for inevitable success in steps 1 and 2, then step 3 really becomes this beautiful symmetry of organization that goes on in your digestive system, that your body, it's like a symphony. Your body knows how to do it. It makes this harmonious energy around how to really properly digest. Where we get tripped up though is that we don't pay attention to secret number 1 or 2. Maybe it's both, maybe it's either or, and that's where we get stuck and subsequently don't feel good. We gain weight, we lose energy, we lose the vitality that is what our body really is looking for and that balanced state. So those are your tips. I want you to think about these 2 questions. Where do you feel like you get tripped up on those 3 steps, or really step 1 and 2? Which one feels harder for you? And then this week, really try to hone in on a different set of skills around whichever one you picked as the harder one, and challenge yourself to really concentrate on how you're showing up in that process, because this is a very simple process, and if we do it right, it has amazingly beautiful benefits. But if we don't allow ourselves to choose wisely of what to eat and really nourish our bodies, and then that step 2, really look at how we are being while we're eating, then that's where we get a little bit stagnant in energy. So I leave you with that. I look forward to another episode next week. It will be right back here from this beautiful clinic. So stick around for more on that, and look for my retreat information upcoming for this place. Like I said, probably in the fall of 2016. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you have anybody else to share these episodes with, please do so. I love building a community of support in health, happiness, and abundance. See you right back here next week on LizTV. Take care.